Imagine the life of a man named Elias, an ordinary family man living in a small, forgotten town in the countryside, where the sun scorches the dry earth and the promises of a better future seem to evaporate like the rain that never comes. Elias woke every day before dawn, feeling the invisible weight of debts that accumulated like shadows on his soul, the smell of stale bread in the kitchen mingling with the sweat of sleepless nights, while his wife whispered low prayers, fearing that their children would grow up knowing only the bitter taste of lack. He worked in an old factory where the noise of machinery echoed as a constant reminder of his insignificance, and deep in his chest, a gnawing doubt. God, if you are the provider, why do I feel this emptiness that nothing fills? But one day, amid the chaos of an unexpected layoff, Elias found an old journal belonging to his grandfather, a man who had prospered not with worldly gold, but with wealth from above. And there, scribbled on yellowed pages, were secrets that would change everything. Secrets about prayers that don't ask for crumbs, but invoke divine prosperity, the kind that overflows from the Spirit into everyday life, transforming deserts into gardens. This story, inspired by real accounts of lives touched by faith, takes us on a journey of revelation, where the mystery of prayer unfolds like a thread of light amidst the darkness, promising not only answers but results you can feel now, immediately, like a breath of new life. Have you ever wondered why some prayers seem to echo in the void, while others open the floodgates of heaven, pouring out blessings that change everything in an instant? Imagine waking up tomorrow with prosperity that isn't just money in your pocket, but peace in your heart, doors opening, and an inner fire that no one can extinguish. What if I told you this isn't luck, but secrets hidden in the Bible, waiting for you? Let's dive into this journey together, as if we were sitting by a calm river. At dusk, the sun tinting the sky orange as I share these secrets Elijah discovered, secrets that transformed his life from ashes into spiritual gold. Feel the fresh air touching your skin, hear the murmur of the water as a divine invitation, and imagine Elijah there, kneeling on the dusty floor of his simple home, the scent of damp earth after a rare rain mingling with his rapid breathing as he cries out not for fleeting riches, but for God's prosperity that fills the emptiness of his soul. The first secret he unlocked was perfect alignment with God's will. Pray not for what your ego desires, but for what God's heart yearns for you, as in 1 John 5:14, where it is written, "This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us." Elijah, his hands trembling as he leafed through his grandfather's journal, read about how Solomon asked for wisdom instead of gold, and God gave him both, because the request echoed the eternal plan. He felt a shiver run down his spine, as if a voice whispered in his ear, "Stop fighting the flow, flow with him." That night, instead of begging for a new job, Elijah prayed, "Lord, align my heart with yours, so that your prosperity may flow through me." And what happened? The next day, a neighbor he barely knew knocked on his door with an unexpected offer, a job on a prosperous farm, not only paying off his debts, but also opening avenues for sharing his faith. But the mystery deepens. What if this wasn't coincidence, but the beginning of a turnaround you too can experience? Now, imagine Elijah walking down the dusty road toward his new job, the sun beating down on his face as a reminder that light always overcomes shadow. But deep down, a doubt lingered like a thorn embedded in his flesh. What if this is temporary? It was then that the second secret was revealed, whispered in the ancient pages, the persistence that breaks down walls, inspired by Luke 18:1, where Jesus teaches that they should always pray and not give up, like the widow who pesters the judge until justice is granted. Elijah smelled the sweat, mixed with the oil of ancient machinery in his memory, and resolved to pray not once, but as a constant rhythm like the beating of a heart. He prayed at dawn, feeling the cold dew on his bare feet, asking not only for provision, but for the strength to persevere in faith. And the surprise came like a whirlwind. Within a few weeks, the farm where he worked expanded, and he was promoted, earning a salary that allowed him not only to support his family, but also to donate to the local church, feeling a joy that bubbled like fresh water from a spring. But wait, there's a tension here. Elijah began to notice that others around him were praying and nothing changed. What was the secret that separated them? It was as if an invisible door opened only to those who persisted. And you, watching now, feel that same curiosity burning inside, don't you? Stay, because the third secret will reveal something that could change your prayer forever. Feel the weight of this revelation growing, like a storm gathering on the horizon, the air charged with electricity as Elijah, now with a gleam in his eyes that his wife noticed at dusk, sat at the simple table, the smell of fresh bread filling the house for the first time in years. The third secret was gratitude, which accelerates the miracle, echoing Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Elijah remembered how his grandfather wrote in his journal, "Give thanks before you see, and see what you thank." He began to pray not with laments, but with praises, feeling the heat of hot tears streaming down his face as he gave thanks for blessings still unseen. And the turnaround came swiftly, like a bolt from the blue. An old investment, which he thought was lost, bore unexpected fruit, bringing prosperity that allowed him to renovate his house and help neighbors in need. But the inner conflict arose, doubt mixed with hope, as if the devil were whispering, "This is luck, not God." Elijah struggled with it, and you feel that same battle in your chest now, a tension that can only be resolved by continuing, because the fourth secret is the one that seals the power. The air seems denser now, as if we were entering the heart of the dark forest of the soul, where Elijah, alone in a field at sunset, the wind carrying the scent of fertile earth, unveiled the fourth secret, praying in the name of Jesus, the mediator who activates the impossible, as in John 14:13-14. And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. It wasn't a magic formula, but a deep relationship, feeling the presence of Christ like a friend at his side, touching his weary shoulder. Elijah prayed, "In the name of Jesus, release your prosperity upon me." And the impact was immediate. A contract appeared out of nowhere, multiplying his income, but more than that, a peace that enveloped his family like a warm blanket on cold nights. The surprise here is subtle but profound. Prosperity was not just material, but spiritual, filling the void that no amount of money can buy. And now the climax approaches, with the fifth secret that ties it all together. But imagine Elijah's hesitation, his heart racing as if he were on the edge of an abyss, knowing that obedience is the final key. Finally, the fifth secret unfolded like a flower at dawn, revealing that obedience accompanies prayer, as in Deuteronomy 28:1-2. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands, all these blessings will come upon you. Elijah tasted the salty taste of tears mixed with determination, living not only in prayer but in action, managing finances wisely, serving in the community, and seeing God's prosperity overflow, transforming his family into a living testimony. But the startling revelation came when he realized these secrets were not for selfish wealth, but for glorifying God, scattering blessings like seeds in the wind. What if I told you that Elijah's story didn't end there, but echoes in your life now, waiting for you to apply these secrets and see immediate results? Do you believe that a prayer like this can change everything? Have you ever felt that void that only God can fill? If this touched you, it's because this video needed to reach you. Comment below with your own story of divine prosperity. Share it with someone in need and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing secrets. But only if you have the faith to see the miracle happen.